when I was in elementary school, specifically in Bountiful, I can remember, despite all those kids, all those boys at home, my mom was still able to make a batch of cupcakes to take to school, and usually she would find out about it maybe the night before. I always thought, thinking back now, I think that's pretty remarkable that she was able to do that with so many kids at home.
Some of the favorite things I remember is Grandma likes to make, my mom likes to make special dinners for the family. And there's tablecloths, and cloth napkins, and china, and tries to make everything match. And she tries to cater and make it really nice. And even the food is really good, whether it's barbecued chicken breasts, and birthdays. I remember she made Chinese fried rice for me because I said that was my favorite at that time. But and spaghetti, whatever it was. Those are some of my favorites.
Well, one of my memories about Mom is that when I was in second grade, and this describes what kind of person she is. It was my birthday, and the tradition was that the birthday student would bring in some cupcakes to share with the class. Well, at the time we were down to one car because one of them had broken down. So it was my birthday, and I'm sitting there in class, and Mom shows up with a Tupperware thing full of cupcakes. And I didn't really realize until later that she had walked over a mile one way to the school to bring those so that I would have them to share with the class. So that pretty much describes how she serves those that she loves and is very selfless.
You have every right to receive encouragement and to know in the end your children will call your name blessed. Just like those generations of foremothers before you who hoped your same hopes and felt your same fears. Yours is the grand tradition of Eve, the mother of all the human family, the one who understood that she and Adam had to fall in order that men and women might be and that there would be joy. Yours is the grand tradition of Sarah and Rebecca and Rachel, without whom there could not have been those magnificent patriarchal promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which bless us all. Yours is the grand tradition of Mary, chosen and foreordained from before this world was, to conceive, carry, and bear the Son of God Himself. We thank all of you, including our own mothers, and tell you there is nothing more important in this world than participating so directly in the work and glory of God, in bringing to pass the mortality and earthly life of His daughters and sons, so that immortality and eternal life can come in those celestial realms on high.
I remember one time going to sacrament meeting in Grandma's ward. This was several years ago. And she got up to bear her testimony and talked about how grateful she was that the curtains had been replaced in the chapel and that it looked so much better.
I remember she was the PTA president, and I was in third or fourth grade, and I probably was whining that I had too much homework on a Monday night, and we had family home evening, and I think within a week, the teacher came up and said, "Oh, it's Monday, and we're trying not to have very much homework, so try to get it done in school." And wow, I didn't know she had so much influence.
Well, one thing, of course, over the years is the family Christmas party. And earlier on, I can remember as as a younger kid that seems like most Sunday evenings we would watch The Wonderful World of Disney, which was always a good program, and then we'd always have popcorn with it. I think that's where our popcorn addiction started.
As much as we all complain about acting out the Nativity, it's a good tradition that we do every year, and the passing left and right game can be, it's just a tradition, so we enjoy it, even though it's not always super fun.
I like going to her house at Halloween and getting the caramel popcorn balls and showing off our costumes, showing the kids' costumes. She's always so thrilled to see how cute they are.
Another, I guess, it was kind of a tradition when all the boys were home, and probably a little bit younger, was going on vacations in the station wagons that we had. We visited all the national parks in Utah, and wherever we happened to live, they always took us sightseeing, our mom and dad, and which was important. You know, we saw Statue of Liberty and visited Washington D.C. Valley Forge, just to name a few places we saw when we were in the East.
I describe my mom as someone who would serve, and you know, that what I was telling you about with the birthdays and family gatherings it's just her way of serving. And there would be times I remember growing up, she'd make cookies or brownies or something, lemon bars, and we're all excited about them, and we realize they're going to somebody else's house. But I think she learned that make enough to leave some at home too.
We live in Pleasant Grove, but she's just my great grandma.
Well, probably patient and long-suffering.
She's about 79 years old. She's white hair. She lives in Pleasant Grove. She likes to do genealogy and stuff and have family gatherings.
And caring and thoughtful of others, and service-oriented.
And she lives in a beautiful house, really beautiful house, and she has some toys there.
Compassionate, strong-willed. That's a better word than stubborn. But I think the stubbornness or the strong-willedness was necessary in handling 7 boys and a husband.
She's gentle and kind and loving. She loves having family together. I don't know what word you describe that with, but she loves being surrounded by people.
Anybody that can raise 7 kids, 7 boys, it's pretty special.